In the last videos, we have discussed about the tissues, plant tissues. We have defined the tissue as a group of similar cells having common origin and performing a common function. In plants, we have seen there are two types of tissues: meristematic tissue, that is the actively dividing tissue, and the second is the permanent tissue. Permanent tissues, they are of two types: simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissues are the tissues which are made up of similar cells, identical cells. And in that we have covered the three types: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. And today we are going to discuss about the another type of permanent tissue, that is a complex permanent tissue. The complex permanent tissue, the meaning of complex is it is made up of dissimilar cells. One cell may be rectangular, another may be oval, third may be rod-like, fourth may be star-shaped. And when these different types of cells come together to perform one function, then that type of tissue is called the complex permanent tissue. So complex permanent tissue can be defined as a group of dissimilar cells performing a common specific function. There are two types of permanent tissues. Complex permanent tissues are of two types, that is xylem and phloem. Xylem is water conducting tissue and phloem is food conducting tissue. And these two types of tissues are well developed in terrestrial plants. Because in terrestrial plants there is a need of much water which is to be absorbed from the soil and to be lifted up to height. So it needs a xylem tissue, which is a pipeline for the supply of water to the aerial parts. And the leaves which are manufacturing food, that food should be transported from leaves, which is the manufacturing point, to the required organs. Maybe fruit, maybe stem, maybe root, or maybe underground parts. So this way these two tissues are well developed in terrestrial plants. Xylem is water conducting tissue and phloem is a food conducting tissue. We have to see this, what is xylem and what is phloem. Xylem, if you see, it is a complex permanent tissue because it is made up of dissimilar cells. It is a heterogeneous tissue. Heterogeneous means which is made up of different kinds of cells. When the similar kinds of cells are there, it is called homogeneous. Here it is heterogeneous tissue. It is a water conducting tissue. It conducts water which is absorbed by the roots from the soil to the aerial parts. So uplift the water, and the flow of xylem is in upward direction because the reservoir of water is soil. From soil the water will come and it will be taken to the height by this water conducting tissue, that is xylem. Xylem is almost a dead tissue. So xylem is a dead tissue. If you see the xylem, the components of xylem is made up of four kinds of cells. Four types of cells are there in xylem. And these four types of cells are tracheids, second vessels, third xylem fibers, and fourth xylem parenchyma. So four types of cells are there: tracheids, vessels, xylem fibers and xylem parenchyma. Tracheids, if you see, tracheids are dead cells. Tracheids, they are elongated and pointed at both ends. They are pointed at both ends. They are closed at both ends. Tracheids are elongated cells which are pointed, tapering towards the ends. It is elongated, pointed at ends, and it is closed. They are closed. This is one tracheid cell. And these tracheids cells, they are deposited by the dead substance, that is lignin. There is a lignin deposition, and at some places the lignin deposition is not available, and that portion which is not deposited, undeposited, they are called pits. Again, lignin on outer wall, lignin on inner wall, pit. Lignin, and this is pit. So pits are the points from where the water enters. This is one tracheid. The second tracheid is connected to this. Third will be connected to this, and that way the column is formed. And the water enters through these pits. So from one tracheid, if this is a pit, the water will enter through this, then water will enter through this, and through this, and through this, and through this, and this way the water column goes up. So tracheids are dead cells, close at ends, elongated, and naturally the function is water conduction. The second component of xylem is vessels. Vessels are the cells which are tube-like. This is single vessel cell. Vessel cell is elongated and dead cell which is open at both ends. It is open at both ends. This is closed, this is open. The wall is deposited by lignin. The walls are deposited by lignin, and that is also called lignified. And at some places the lignin deposition is not there. The portion where the lignin deposition is not there, that is called a pit. So the pits can be anywhere. So these are the pits. One vessel is connected to second, second is connected to third, third is connected to fourth, and thus water column goes up, either through the openings of the vessel cells as well as from these holes to the adjacent vessels and this way. So the tracheids are dead cells, close at both ends, they are elongated, they are lignified. Lignin deposition. Function is water conduction. Vessels are elongated cells placed end to end. They form a continuous pipeline. Walls are deposited by lignin, so walls are lignified, and through these pits, undeposited area, the water passes. So this is also a dead cell. Function is water conduction. Third is xylem fiber. Whenever the fiber word comes, that is related with the sclerenchyma cells which are elongated. Sclerenchyma, as we have seen, whenever the sclerenchyma cells are elongated and thread-like, they are called the sclerenchyma fibers. And as these are associated with tracheids and vessels, they are called xylem fibers. And they are also deposited by lignin. The walls are deposited by lignin and they are dead cells. The function is to give rigidity, strength, to the xylem tissue. The fourth component is xylem parenchyma. Xylem parenchyma, whenever our parenchyma comes, this is also dead, this is dead, this is dead. Xylem parenchyma cells, elongated view like this, and the top view will be like this. It is just like a chalk. This is parenchyma. If you see from this side, it will be oval and this will be rounded. It contains nucleus. This is the only living component. This is the only living component in xylem. And as it is a parenchyma, the function is storage. So the four components we have seen, and parenchyma cells, when they are associated with xylem, they are called xylem parenchyma. Tracheids, dead cells, vessels, dead, xylem fibers, dead. Xylem parenchyma is the only living component, and all together they help in conduction of water from soil. From soil, the roots will absorb water, root hairs, and that will be lifted up with the help of this xylem tissue. So the conduction of water and minerals, because in water the minerals are also dissolved. Conduction of water and minerals is the function of xylem, that is called a water conducting tissue. Tracheids, vessels, xylem fibers, and xylem parenchyma. Then we see the another type of tissue, that is phloem tissue. Two complex permanent tissues are there, one is xylem and another is phloem. If you see the phloem is a complex permanent tissue. One thing is clear, it is a complex permanent tissue. It is a living tissue. It is a living tissue. These terms are important. It is a heterogeneous tissue because it is made up of different types of cells, and it is a food conducting tissue or food translocating tissue because its function is to translocate, to transport, to conduct food from the leaves, because the leaves are the organs where the photosynthesis takes place and the food is prepared. From that, the food is transported to the required organs. If you see the components of phloem, it is also consisting of four types of cells. It is made up of four types of cells, and these four types of cells are, rather than four types, if we see it is of five types of cells. That is sieve cells, sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fibers. So five types of components are there. Together they will form a complex permanent tissue, and the function is conduction of food material. Now if you see the details of it, what are sieve cells? This is sieve cell. This is one cell, and it has got the sieve plates on the ends. This is called a sieve plate, and this cell is a sieve cell. Sieve म्हणजे चाळणी, चाळणी, having the plate and with the holes. So as the cell has the sieve plates, चाळणी सारख्या पट्टियां, छलनी जैसी पट्टियां दो एंड पर होती है, इसलिए इसे कहते हैं sieve cells, because the sieve plates are there. And this sieve cell, it is the cell in the plant which is without nucleus. Nucleus is absent. Only cytoplasm is there, nucleus is absent. This is the only cell in the plant where nucleus is absent. So in phloem, one component is sieve cell. When the sieve cells are connected to each other, this is another cell. This is third sieve cell. This is fourth sieve cell. And then there is a formation of a tube-like structure, and now this is called sieve tube. So this is sieve tube now. Single cell, sieve cell, or when they are connected to each other, it is called a sieve tube. And through this sieve tube, the food passes to the downward direction as well as to the upward direction, because The growing tips which are not performing food material, the supply of food will be from lower side to upper side. The leaves which are present on the top, they will prepare the food and the food will be transported to the roots, because the roots cannot prepare food, they are underground. So the flow of the food material in phloem is in bidirectional or multidirectional. And phloem is a food conducting tissue, and in xylem the flow of the water will be in upward direction. So this is sieve cell, this is sieve tube. Function is living cells. These are living cells. And the function is food conduction. The third component is a companion cell. What is companion cell? This is one sieve cell, as we have seen just now. And to this cell, there is always attached one cell. This is called a companion cell. To every sieve cell, there is companion cell. To every sieve cell, there is companion cell. Why we call it a companion cell? Because it remains in company with sieve cell. sieve सेल को चिपक के रहती है, sieve सेल के कंपनी में रहती है, इसलिए कंपेनियन सेल। और ये सेल जो है, इसको है न्यूक्लियस। एंड वी नो न्यूक्लियस इज द कंट्रोलिंग सेंटर, गवर्निंग सेंटर अपना सेल का जो कंट्रोलिंग पॉइंट है, दैट इज द न्यूक्लियस। अब इसमें न्यूक्लियस नहीं है, तो इसका सारा कारभार, इसके सारे फंक्शंस हु विल कंट्रोल दिस कंपेनियन सेल, बिकॉज इट हैज गॉट द न्यूक्लियस। एंड these two cells they originate from a common mother cell। ये दोनों की माँ एक है, एक ही सेल से ये दोनों तैयार होती है, तो इसका भी फंक्शन यही करता है और इसका भी फंक्शन वही करता है। दैट्स व्हाई वी कॉल इट अ कंपेनियन सेल। सो दिस इज थर्ड कंपोनेंट, कंपेनियन सेल, फंक्शन इज फूड कंडक्शन। नेक्स्ट कंपोनेंट इज अ phloem parenchyma। A parenchyma cell is attached to this is parenchyma cell, and we know parenchyma function is storage. Parenchyma is a living cell. So parenchyma cell associated with phloem is called phloem parenchyma. Or next component is a phloem fiber. So it is very clear again, whenever the word fiber comes, sclerenchyma cell, तो यहाँ पर इसको अटैच रहती है एक sclerenchyma cell। यह है sclerenchyma fiber, and as it is associated with phloem, it is called phloem fiber. Its function is to give rigidity, strength, ताकत, strength provide करता है phloem tissue को। So this is the phloem tissue, which is sieve tubes, sieve cells, companion cell, phloem parenchyma and phloem fiber। phloem parenchyma, phloem fiber, phloem parenchyma, phloem fiber। अब ये सारा मिलके क्या बन गया? ये phloem। ये phloem जो है, this is consisting of 5 types of cells: sieve cells, connected sieve tubes, associated with each sieve cell, companion cell, parenchyma associated with this phloem parenchyma, and to give strength to it, there is a phloem fiber. So these are the two types of complex permanent tissues are there. One is xylem and another is phloem. Xylem is water conducting tissue and the phloem is food conducting tissue. By that we finish here the plant tissues. In the next videos we will discuss about the animal tissues.